What's going on, guys? I was just looking and I think I've said hi to everybody. What is my computer doing? I think I've said hi to everybody already in the chat. Helen is here. Thanks for coming in, Helen. Oh, everybody's in early, hanging out, chatting. I got here probably about 10 minutes ago, had to get my water refill. Sandy is in the house. Good to see you. And Maddie is on the bed. She's exhausted. I have been staining. Oh, man. I got my desk, my little office area done in my van. The secretary, just like Lesson Bernadette's, I made one for my van, and I got that done. So, exciting. Got the drawers done, and I've got 2 more things to do in my van, and then it is done. I have to admit that building out rigs is addicting. We keep looking at vans, rescue trucks, and box trucks and saying we could build one out to work perfectly. Absolutely. I stepped away to fix dinner, so I'm back in time. Good to see you, Jackie. Thanks for coming in, kicking butt and taking names on Lenny's van. We are killing it, guys. Like, Sean and I are in such a groove. It is incredible. And besides having a little bit of trouble getting some screws in a window, they don't make them self-tapping at Van Windows Direct, so you got to pre-drill them. And I can't even count how many we've put in. And we had 2 of them yesterday that the screws, I don't know if they're made of a different kind of steel, but they just kept stripping on me. And Sean's holding the window. It's not Sean. It's 100% me. But was not having fun with that. But we are killing it. We got the vinyl plank flooring in today. We got the sliding window in today. Sean got all the ceiling boards primered, or not primered, but polyurethane today. I finished up every bit of the insulation that we were waiting on windows to go in or fans to go in. So fans in. Oh, we're killing it. Thank you, Ava, for the raid. I keep forgetting you're live before me. I've got notifications on. My phone is shot. Matter of fact, I had some people come by. I don't know if you can see that black line. Can you guys see that black line? That is called a black screen, and it's working its way over. So either Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday, I have to take a half a day and go get my phone. I'm going to have to get it replaced or something because I cannot go without a phone. Laura Kramer in the house. Lily is in the house. Nomad Man 777. Wonder if you gamble. That looks like a slot machine. Gary is in the house. All right, HK is in the house. Deborah is in the house, tagging everyone. But I love y'all. Let's see here. So Deborah, if you were wondering, like, you sent me a long text and I sent you a short response because my phone has an area like right in here that if it falls in that area, it won't let me type. So my phone was locked earlier. I actually had someone come by to get an estimate. My phone was locked. I couldn't even unlock it to get my calculator. So once I got it unlocked, I turned the lock off. Lenny is in the house. Lenny is excited. We have got all kinds of stuff going on out in that van. Who has it live before you? It's Ava Porterfield and friends. Let's see here. Aussie in the house. Good day, all. Good day. Are you watching a video of your build or do you want to be surprised? You know what? I really haven't given her the option to be surprised because every single day at the end of the day, I send her a couple of photos, and I feel like for anyone that's sitting around just waiting for their van to get done, no car at home, the least I can do is send them a couple of photos. I'm spending their money like crazy. I might as well send them some photos. I'm glad I checked to see when you were coming on. Proof and you're probably an hour earlier than you thought, because you're still on Mountain Time. And we are on daylight savings or whatever now. So it did not get dark here until like literally 15 minutes ago. Sean and I were loving it. I was outside cutting in the woods, probably, oh man, I probably worked out there till 5 minutes of daylight left. Whoo, Bernadette is in the house. She just recently got some photos sent too. So I'm on the search for my first van to build out. Fun, fun, fun. It's addicting. I promise you. Get the van. If you're not already living in a van, get the van, take some trips, and then then build it out. No ad. Did you get an ad already? Okay. So we're going to talk about this real quick, because there's a lot of you guys, probably everybody here was here last week with the ads. I want you guys to take an absolute ridiculous guess on how much money I made on last week's live stream on the ads, because everybody's screen was blowing up with ads, 4 or 5 of them throughout the hour. So when I made the live stream today, it automatically comes up. You cannot control it. You can only not monetize it. So you get a choice. Ads every 6 minutes, 12 minutes, 18 minutes, 24 minutes, and every 30 minutes. So you guys are going to get an ad at the 30-minute mark. If you get one before that, I'm going to be upset. The photos are amazing. Thank you, Bernadette. I actually just went to look for one of yours so that I could see how I put that hinge on. So I don't know if I beveled the bottom of yours or if it's just a straight cut. I don't know if you're sitting at your desk, but all right, guys, I don't get ads. I've already got one. I've already had an ad. No, you get one when you come in. You get one when you come into the live stream. That should be the only one that you've gotten. And at the 30-minute mark, you will get one ad. So lots of big guesses here. She guessed 5150 because she's obsessed with guitars. This one is. I will tell you guys, like 3 days after the live stream posted, you can kind of see what you made. 46 cents on all those ads, plus anybody that watched it like the next day, because the live stream seemed to be 2 days behind. Hat is just now. I've gotten one ad. I didn't hear at start of the video, so we miss about 20 seconds or so. So the only way that I can do it now is to not monetize this or set them at the 30-minute mark. And that's what I did. That's the longest you can go. So if somebody gets another ad before the 30-minute mark, I want to know about it. So I know, right? Oh, man. So when I saw that, I thought, we're not going to do that. We will not put ads in there. That's ridiculous. Because some people, it was like 4 and 5 ads, and you cannot unclick it. You cannot. So it kind of stinks. And I feel like us not having that choice is not right, because you want to monetize it, because all you guys are in here watching for an hour. And I know people will click in and click out and then come back in. But if you're staying for 15 minutes before you click out and come back in, it really helps the algorithm. So the fact that I can't turn the ads off for the middle of the live stream. I am not happy about that. I do get those surveys where I can get feedback. I can give feedback, but I do too, Lynn. I do too. That's what I do. Some ads we don't have the option to skip. See, yeah. 30-minute watch time or 30 minutes, and a couple minutes ago, so before the 30 minutes. So Floss, have you had 2 ads so far? I now have a YouTube channel and will be uploading some videos very soon showing my time at VanFest and Vans YouTube, Gary and Tootsie. One of my moderators dropped that link for Gary and Tootsie. Drop that link and we will get a bunch of people over there subscribing. Tim Augustine in the house. Good to see you, Tim. How's your trip going? Oh, Tawanda's in the house. Good to see you, Tawanda. Tell Robin I said hi. Big hugs to both you guys. Oh, I'm done talking about ads. I'm sitting at my desk watching you at yours. It's not beveled at the hinges. Perfect. That's what I need to know. All right. So I can, if it happens, I can like do the live stream, and once it's over, then click the monetization, and then I just, I don't get like, and who knows? It's like, who knows what it was. What do you call that stretchy netting that holds things in cubbies? I would put like cargo netting in your Google search. Cargo netting. Is this it? Dogman 178? There you go. That's it. The one that Gracie dropped would be it. Annette, how are you doing, sweet lady? Linda's in the house. Good to see you, Linda. Lorelai in the house too. Good to see you. Yeah, type in cargo netting. See how that goes. All right. So, guys, you guys are here all the time. I'm going to ask you guys, in my video on Sunday, kind of changed it up just a little bit, had a little bit more of Maddie in there. Tried not to be so, I don't know, try to just chilling or whatever. Don't think the video definitely didn't do as good as what some of them normally do. What do you guys think about putting more like Maddie stuff in there, or like everyday life in there, or keep it how it is? Thank you for subscribing. I don't know if if I click on it, it'll probably take me somewhere else. Because I was in it. Oh no, that's not it. That is not it at all. That's funny though. That is not it. Let's see here. What is Deborah laughing at or saying? Let me go see what Deborah said, because you cannot control that lady sometimes. You're getting fancy. You're not only in Texas, but on the coast. There you go. Charlie Grace is in the house. Good to see you, Charlie Grace. Hanging boondocking at a Cracker Barrel tonight. You definitely are not in Tennessee. Those guys. I like the everyday stuff. Pebbles went to the groomers today and is full of herself. Oh, Sandra's in the house. I'll tell you, Maddie has such short hair that we really just have to bathe her. But she does horrible with the toenails. So that's a chore. So if my daughter comes over, me and her can do it. But it's real hard for Kelly to hold her real good. So I love the animals, but always enjoy your lives. You have interesting chats. I got a good crew here. There's a good group of people. Good 50 people here every week. Love seeing Maddie. I like when you're building stuff. Yep. Not cleaning my shop. I'll tell you, I had so much footage that I already have 2 more videos done. And if I make it has to be 15 minutes because Annette comes on after me. So I had to stop it where I did. And it was kind of an abrupt stop. But the people that asked for that lighting video, I felt like, and Sean looked at it too, and we felt like maybe it was going to be confusing. So I broke that down into a separate video, and I'll put that out midweek and get that up because it's not one of my normal videos. You should take a video of cutting Maddie's nails. It would probably go viral. I'll tell you what. Oh my goodness. Totally freaks out when we even touch his feet. Maddie is like something else. You see these people that have like peanut butter balls or something like that they give their dogs because they're so uncontrollable getting their nails done. So I hook up an inverter to the van battery to charge my Blue Eddy while I'm driving. It really depends on what Blue Eddy you have, because Blue Eddy has changed their uninterrupted pass-through system. And a lot of the Blue Eddys now are giving us a fit charging off of the inverters. So I have been installing the Charger 1. This van will get the Charger 1. Mine's got the Charger 1. I did 2 other Charger 1s in Arizona. It's got yep. See you, Tim. Thanks for coming in. Howdy from the mountains. What's this? I came in on toenails. Oh man, bad timing. Thank you for all your videos. I've learned so much. Awesome. I like to hear that. I like Pippi to get her. Oh, I take her to get her nails done. Yeah. Love my build videos. So I don't know if I should just because we have just got a ton of footage building where the camera is just going, and it's really hit or miss. So sometimes the videos that I'm just talking on do so well, and then I try and mix it up like 50-50. So just bought a Charger 1, need to install it in my Transit. So easy. The Transit's just so much easier than the ProMaster. Charger 1 or try a second alternator for charging. Well, the problem is when you put an inverter on your battery, batteries fluctuate. And it kind of bounces around. It's not that constant 14.4, like your house electric is 120 volts. It's looking for that smooth, uninterrupted electrical current. And 12 volt is not like that. So that creates an issue. So direct current and alternating current go through the wire differently. And the new uninterrupted pass-through system doesn't like it. So if like on all my builds, they'll have the Charger 1. And if you don't have the Blue Eddy, and you've got an EcoFlow, I can still do the DC to DC charging. The inverters, this hit me by total surprise. Had somebody had an issue and I thought, oh, that's odd. So I let them use my battery bank. They got a different Blue Eddy. It works fine now. And then throughout the past several months, people do an update on their battery, and then all of a sudden their inverters aren't charging. And because the firmware is updating the uninterrupted pass-through and it's creating issues. So I actually had one of my subscribers who was the first one to have an issue. She's the one that discovered that. Actually, like found it on Hobo Tech's channel. But yeah, Debbie says she likes the build videos. Yep. The last one that we did with the wiring and the kill mat and that, Sean shot all that footage for me. And, you know, that's getting that build started. So I mean, he took all the time to record all that. So I found the CCP. Where's the ground post? The ground, and honestly, I've had a couple people say that their CCP got hot. So, but you can just ground it to your battery because it's right there in back. You probably don't even hardly have to move your seat. So you can either ground it to the battery, or one of those posts, I think it's the furthest one up, is the ground. Put your voltmeter on there and it should pick it up right away. What year is your transit? If anybody doesn't know what a CCP post is, on the transit, when you're sitting in the driver's seat and you look towards your door, by where your seatbelt is, there's a plastic cover, and it's probably like 4 inches by maybe 1.5 inches, a little under 1.5 inches. Take that cover off, and there are several posts underneath there. You can even look them up, and it'll tell you exactly which one. Put a voltmeter on there, and you're going to get your positive and negative. And you can wire your inverter or your DC to DC charger on that. So, let's see here. Mobang is in the house. Phil Leo is in the house. Whew, Desert Deb in the house. We guys got a lot of people coming in. Is the charger one something one of my sons can do? Absolutely. It is such an incredibly easy install. The breaker is on it. You literally need a small T screwdriver and a socket set to get the battery cables off. And Sandra, 100%, if they come to do it, just give me a call and I will talk you through it. So it's so easy. And it's nice. 575. You can even turn it down. A lot of the batteries, it's 56 volts. A lot of the batteries can handle it. Like when I tried to change it over to my Max, stayed the same. AC 200p stayed the same. And actually, I felt like there was an issue when I was driving. I was getting 600 watts. Supposed to get 575. I've been getting like up to 580. I plugged it into my Max and was getting 600. So is it possible to buy a good used high top full size van and do the interior for a total of $30,000? No. If you do it yourself and you do a full build like what I do, I think a lot of people, it's a good $15,000 to because, you know, a piece of birch is $89. So it adds up. So the purchase of the van, a decent van, and all the stuff to go in it, it's going to be tight. But when you talk about doing the interior, like, you know, like what kind are you going to do? Like Lady Bug Out bought like prefab walls, and, you know, is it more expensive? Is it not more expensive? But Max Air Fan, depending on the battery setup you go with, the insulation, if you're going to do the work yourself, it's possible that you could get a nice build for that. What's the CCP? Surf and Dodo, I just said that. So if that's an old one, if that's an old comment, I'm probably behind. 2017, So, yeah, just check those posts. I've seen some of them that are loose. If yours loose, you're going to have a hot wire. I would just direct it to the battery. Just one post on your CCP. Then you'll have to ground it. You can ground it to the chassis or just ground. I would just attach it to the battery if I was you. It's not that hard. Can't believe I'm getting help with this. Oh, absolutely. And you can email me and literally send me your phone and I'll walk you through it. It's a nice install and you are going to love it. So, hello, Johnny. Tim Time here from my new workshop name Laurel River Woodworks. Interesting. Laura, I'm never going to remember that. You're going to have to tell me every single time. Bella, every time she signs in, she has to say, I think it's Stella, and she says, hi, this is Adele, because I'll never remember. Gotta let the rust settle, then get a bigger van later. Uh-oh. Let me see what he's saying. What are your thoughts on the Pecron inverter to charge my system while driving? Is it I don't know if I've heard of the Pecron. I can look that up. Is that a pure sine wave? And what battery are you what battery are you trying to charge? Or do you just have a regular battery setup? And you would do a DC to DC in that case, probably. Let's see here. I have the Charger 1. I love it. It is. Gary had it before me. Mona had it before me. When Blue Eddy reached out to me, offering to send it to me, I was super excited. I didn't honestly realize how much I was going to love not having to mess with anything. And that's why I told all my clients, get it and I'll install it. So, I have one sitting in the box going to them in the next couple of weeks, along with a swivel seat install. Both of those your kids should do. Not difficult at all. The price of lumber is about to double or triple. We literally went, Sean, I'm just going to say this out loud. We got probably 90% of the wood to do Lenny's build. All the flooring, all the ceiling boards, not the wall boards, because she wants this kind of wall. So we didn't get that yet. What else did we get? We got some other stuff. 2,000. And the wood hadn't gone up yet. So we are going to be in for it probably. Would someone be nice and drop my new woodworking channel? Uh-oh. Yeah, I don't even know if you were a moderator. I had a whole bunch of people that were hardly ever coming, and so I narrowed my moderators down. Gracie, can you add Tim's channel since I'm no good at it? Since my AC300 is charging great off the inverter, and if there was a firmware update, could that possibly mess up my charging while driving? If you're driving and charging with no problems, then don't worry about it. It's not because, and we didn't even update your inverter yet. If it ain't broke, don't mess with it. Thank you for the scratches. Yep. I found a 2023 Ford Transit Cargo mid-roof, 22,000 miles for $45,000. Does that sound right? A mid-roof Cargo, $45,000. I almost think that's a little high, but not much. And I'm willing to bet they marked it at 45, knowing that someone's going to offer less. But 22,000 miles is fantastic. I would check to see what it was used for before, because like Lenny's is a 2022 and it doesn't have a whole lot of miles on it, and they kind of beat it up a little bit. We've it's kind of taken a little bit of a beating, but if 22,000 clean miles, maybe worth it. But I feel like the mid roof though, Helen, hers is the mid roof. So do a Kelly Blue Book on it as well. Thank you, Annette. I have a short so far of the new metal building construction, and we'll be uploading a video after Johnny's live. Sounds good. That's high. Talk them down. Mileage is great though. That's what I was thinking. I think they probably set it high, knowing that someone was gonna try to talk them down. Just talking with a guy in Oregon who has a Ford 2500 high top, partial conversion, 41,000 miles, 48,000. 41,000 miles, 48,000. See, that seems high too. The problem is you're on the West Coast, and Oregon, Washington, Oregon, California, Arizona, Utah, you guys are going to pay. So, for out there, the 48, maybe going price. I paid 36,000. It had 34,000 miles, broken in a bit. See, I think that was an okay price. 3,500 Ram ProMaster 3,500 extended, 36,000. I think that's a good price, Lenny. I didn't know that's what it was. I don't think that's a bad price. She's on the East Coast. So, let's see here. That's high too. Who do you recommend for bunk windows? Any install easier? I feel like I've always used Van Windows Direct for the bunk windows. I get a good price on them. If you want a good price on them, you can price them out. I get them for $229 plus shipping. They're a pretty easy install. You literally cut the hole. I don't even know how many videos I have with how to do it. And I'm telling you, on the outside, come down 2¼ inches and put your pattern, you're good to go. Rec Pro has more of a square window. Some of theirs, the awning goes out higher. Some people like that, where they can open that awning like to the point they can shove a kid out if they needed. Not driving on the highway. But like the Van Windows Direct windows, they only bump out about 1.5 about 1.5 1.75 inches. You can have them open when it's raining. The UV is unbelievable on them. So it's the ones that like Van Essentials has the covers for. So, but either Rec Pro, Van Windows Direct. So, because I get a pretty good price on them, and I'm telling you what, they hook me up fast. I literally get them ordered and shipped the same day. They just have been so good to me. What state are you in? They're in Oregon. There are fewer ones for 48,000, but that 12,000 more towards the build. Oh yeah. Yep. That's why I grabbed it. I would advise to look at Van rather than have it delivered. Send it back to repaint the door. Yep. I paid way too much for my Bam Bam, the 2D, but it's what I wanted. Absolutely. And honestly, it's like, I don't ever want anybody like, oh, well, I paid more for mine. That's the way it is sometimes. Like I said, you're in Oregon, you're going to pay more than I am, for sure. And sometimes it's like, you don't want it to get sold while you're thinking about it, so you don't haggle a whole lot. So, yeah. If you're okay with it, then it's an okay deal. But Yeah, if you can get them down, then you can have that much more for the bill. Mine are Rec Pro, but I went too big and no frame for them. Yep. Mine was used as an AC business. 5 years old with 55,000, 19, although that was 5 years ago. 5 years ago, it would have been even more. No, that would have been right at the beginning of lockdown. So you probably got in right when to go, and yeah, 19,000 is not bad. Just sold my ProMaster City. There you go. Do you do much work on? I haven't. I would love to do a Volkswagen. I have not. Yep. Yeah, January 2020. I think I got mine June 2020. And I got mine brand new 36 as well. It was 36, and then I got 3,000 back because when it arrived to me, it had been wrecked. When I'm ready to upside, coming to the Midwest shop. Yay. Yeah, it's really, as far as the vans go, because sometimes you can find a good van. Matter of fact, somebody was sending me some information on a van they were looking at, and the mileage was unbelievably low. And I thought, it seems odd that it was like a 2018 or a 2019. It seems odd that the mileage is so low on that year of van. Like, it's been sitting for a long part of so it's like, you just never know. Farmer's dog ad. Oh, people are getting ads. What time is it? 8:37. So that would be about right. I see everybody got the ad. Okay, that should be the only one. Unless we get an ad, unless I go over at 9:01, you're going to get another one. Just got a commercial at 30 minutes. There you go. Mint Mobile. Yep. If you guys asked a question and you were watching an ad while I was talking, just re-ask it and I'll do it. I like you more than that. Oh no. If tariffs go into effect, vans could increase 25%. Yep. Yeah, and I felt like it's like we're going to, we're not going to, we're going to, we're not going to. So if they do, it was on hold for autos, I think. But the other thing is, the Ram ProMaster, I know, comes in from Mexico. So I don't know. I didn't get an ad. Weird how we all get different ads. They do. They do, because it goes off of what you would typically watch. So, because they're trying to get you interested in what they're selling. So I'm going to get ads for national parks and automobile stuff and tool stuff. So I want to buy a new. Yeah, that's not bad if it's in your budget, because then everything from head to toe, start to finish, what that van's been through. I know a couple of people that had bought a used van, and both of them have had to have work done on it. And but used van had to have work done on it. Nurses rock. Thank you, Desert Deb. It's funny. I know that you clicked on an emoji, but on my side, it just says nurses rock. Guys, a quick shout out to all my channel members, all my Patreon members, for the extra that you guys do for the channel. I'm going to take a drink of water. Thank you. Yes, a lot of the parts cross the border several times. Yep. Ads are tailored to your locality also. Yep. Yeah, because they want to give you ads that are going to pertain to you. Let's see here. I've heard ProMasters have a lot of problems. You heard wrong. You heard wrong. I'll tell you the two problems that were a thing. And if you buy a 2015 to 2018, 15, 16, 17, 18, around that time frame, because it's like these vans had to get, 30, 40,000 miles on them before it was like, oh, hey. So ProMaster for a few years had a bad transmission. Out of all the vans that I have ever come into contact with, have ever talked to somebody on the phone about, seen out on the road, had in the shop, I'm talking a lot. I know of one person that had a transmission issue, and that's Adele that comes to the chat. There's two Adeles. It's the one that her channel name is Stella. She had a transmission issue on a ProMaster. The other thing is, at some point, the radiator reservoir had some kind of a leak or something, and that has since been fixed as well. And mine actually had that. I was in Colorado, and all of a sudden my van was dripping stuff underneath. I went straight to the dealer in Colorado. They fixed it. I was back on the road in a couple of hours. So what I'm going to say is that a Ford Sprinter, Ram, a Dodge Caravan, an Astrovan, whatever all these vans are, any van at any problem, at any time, can have a problem. So none of them right now. The Transit Trail, don't quote me on any of it, they had to stop production because of issues, parts issues, and I know some people on the road had issues. But that's been like, production's been stopped for right now. I would say it's probably going to start back up down the road sometime. But so right now, except for like somebody gets a van and beats the tar out of it and then sells it to you, should I put a Max Air fan in the front or back of a ProMaster 136? I'm gonna say this. If you're gonna have a like galley in the front, a bed in the back, like people tend to do, if you're gonna have a window in the back of the van, I would put it in the front. I like that cross breeze. If you put windows in the back and your fan is in the back, you're just going to circulate air right there. Some people do crack the front windows in that, but it's not always that you want to do that. So they're easier to put in the front because in the back, you've got the ribs. Just build those ribs up with butyl tape. And guys, I'm going to tell you, Sean and I we literally do a fan install in under 30 minutes. We took over an hour probably videotaping step by step by step so that anyone can do an install. As long as you're not afraid to get up on top of that van, as soon as that video posts, you're going to be good to go. We literally step by step went through it. So, bye. So long. I like it in the front. And then if I'm sitting up front, and especially when I'm cooking, I want that. If I'm grilling a steak, inevitably that thing's going to smoke, and I want that right over my head and out of the van. I think I would be insulted if I got those ads, but I pay for YouTube, so I didn't get any. Oh, now you know I got to back up. You know I got to go back up and see what Lenny got. Oh, man. 2 ads, assisted living and Tums. Oh, no. I want to buy a new. I'm going to see if I missed anything here. Okay. It's like the Karate Kid, tariff on, tariff off, tearing on, right? I looked at a new ProMaster 2. There you go. I'm looking to update my van, but I've never owned a diesel vehicle. It's harder to get a new petrol van here. I'll tell you, especially after my sister went through, I mean, she probably has. The new engine was 24,000. I know she put like 5,000 in it after that. She just put 6,800 in it in a brand new diesel engine. I don't know. The advantage of Johnny is she is part of our community. No big dealer hiding behind attorneys for warranty work. Many people buy 20. They do. Vans manufacturers won't do warranty work. Yep. Yeah, it's so crazy. And to get on a waiting list to get warranty work fixed is incredible. Yep. 10 count near the kitchen door. Good kitchen. Oh, yeah. Near the kitchen. Good for vending. That's what I like. Brother Paul says hi. Hi, Paul. All new vehicles are prone to issues because they have too many computers to get it going. Yep. Get a bright idea on putting them in the engine bay and near the water running down, right? Their builds are first class. Thank you so much, Helen. Thank you for that. I don't watch YouTube on her phone, so I think they're based on what yep. There are lemons in every build. There absolutely is. Matter of fact, like Teresa here just had her van worked on, and it's it's a newer van. And it's like you just don't know when some crazy thing's going to happen. But as far as notorious problems, Ram did for several years, 3 or 4 years, have a bad transmission. It wasn't all of them, but it was a few. And I don't know how hard those people ran theirs, but I don't know if they're shifting up and down hills or they're just letting the van do all the work. But sometimes it happens. 2 Max Air fans in a 136. The only thing about that is you're kind of taking away your real estate for solar panels, because the fans, although the hole is 14 by 14, the fan is like 20 something inches. So, it's good real estate. New vans too. Absolutely. Yep. Fan in the front, party in the back. I like how you think. What do you all get for gas mileage? I get about, I'm going to say just 15, because sometimes I'll get 14, so sometimes I'll get 16. I'm going to say I average about 15, 15.4. Can you do a step-by-step video on making overhead cabinets? I can, and I feel like I have. It's probably 2 videos, but I feel like I have. I show how I scribed them. And then I've got another video on making the doors. If you send me, I'm trying to think which video it was. I think it's got Les and Bernadette's van on the front of it, and it's something like building cabinets, and putting them together. I'll see if I can find those videos, and then either next Tuesday or if you want to email me. But I feel like I've done them a couple of times where I've watched them. Alex, your sister must be very wealthy. She's not. And that's what she said. So she left in January to come to Quartzsite. It was $6,800. She didn't make it. She lives in Illinois, broke down near Branson, Missouri, Springfield, Missouri, was there for 2 weeks, and that was her vacation for the year because it took every bit of the money that, yeah. 16, yep, 16, yep. Let's see here. Seen in a dating site, marriage minded, who can install a swivel passenger seat in my van? Oh my goodness. To cover your walls, what thickness of wood do you recommend? Honestly, you can do, I've done a lot of 1/4 inch birch recently. Cutting the patterns, I think getting them perfect or a little bit harder. I like the shiplap. It's about 3/8, and that's what I have in my new build. It's what I had in my old build. I like the look of it. I've done 3/4 tongue and groove. This is going in my current build out there. Um, 1/4 inch is your lightest weight possible to go. If you've got a transit, it's easier on a transit, a little bit harder on a ProMaster. But if you watch my last video, how I talked about doing that angled part of the ProMaster, that's going to save you a whole lot of time. Let's see here. Do 2 of the little fans that will go under solar panels. The only thing about that is you can do that, but we have not been completely updated how they're going to do when she's driving, when it's storming. Because I've had a couple people on that video comment, like, I don't know if they were engineers or what, but they're like, we're going to do an update video on that. But they moved pretty good air. I was pleasantly surprised. My back windows don't open, so I had to go with a fan in the back. Absolutely. Do you ever use a cat scale after your bills? All the time. So I have a van fully loaded with everything at Johnny. I do. So what I do is once I'm done with the build, if they're here, I'll have them go weigh it. But on several of my builds, like I was taking it to them and I weighed it for them. I don't know, except for maybe Gracie, I don't know of anyone that I've done a build for that hasn't weighed it, because I want them to know, like, you've got 1,800 pounds of stuff that you can put in here. If you think you're getting close, go weigh your van. I told Gracie, she wanted something, and I said, I'm not putting it in until you go weigh your van. Or Lynn, that was it. It was Lynn. And the only reason Lynn didn't get weighed is because she was here and I was already gone. And so she was here about another week. But now I have to drive an hour and 10 minutes to a scale before. Now I've got a scale a mile and a half down the road. So every one of my vans will be weighed by me going forward. But Les and Bernadette's really the closest that I've ever had of a van get close to the weight. So, and they're fully loaded. Like, they're full-time, water, gas, fully loaded. I almost spilled my water. Yes, you have done cabinets. Yep. Your opinion on 4-wheel or all-wheel drive vans, worth the price for safety in the mountains or big cost for regular maintenance like oil change? So do you drive like in the mountains? Because where I go, I've never really felt a need for it. If you're the type that like going onto the beach, going off trail in the mountains in Utah and Colorado, wherever, then if it's in your budget, then I would say go for it. that I do like the front wheel drive ProMaster. That's one of the reasons I like that. I had a rear wheel drive van, and actually one time there's a road by my house that's really steep, and it was completely iced. I mean, there was cars everywhere. My van would not make it up that hill. My front wheel drive van doesn't have any problems. But it is maintenance. It is, I mean, it's got to be, in your budget. The one thing that is a downfall for me is when it's all-wheel drive, four-wheel drive, like there's very limited space underneath the van for your gray tank. If you want to put an air compressor, if you're going to get a four-wheel drive van to be off-road, I'd get a nice air compressor. They've got them where you can mount them underneath the vans. I would get something nice, but it's a lot of extra. So if you're not doing it several times a year, I don't know. That's a tough call. I hope it's on video and you will send me. Oh my goodness. I hope you two are behaving. Did for Kevin in my new channel. Did you show how you scribed it? Because that's the key, is the scribing, is getting that perfect. And then I've seen so many people that nail the scribe, and then the cabinet, the face of it is like this. They nailed the scribe, but then they didn't get the vertical correct. And it took me a while. I've got a build out there that I'm like, oh, that's a little, but now that I know how to do it, yep. Your office wood has been very popular for van. Yep. Always get a folder solar array in the windshield. Any solar panel recommendations? Rich Solar, Boost Solar. I am a fan of Rich Solar. I actually used to use New Power, and Les and Bernadette had the Rich Solar panels. They actually are the 24-volt, 200-watt panels. They fit perfectly in the solar racks that I use. So when you find something that works, it's perfect. I mean, it's a perfect fit. That's why I use those. But yeah, as far as solar input and that, perfect. I will tell you that the flexible solar panels that you can just set out in the sun, the portable solar panels, they unfold, they're more efficient than rigid solar panels. So the ones on your roof, you can have 600 watts of solar on your roof. You may rarely see 400 watts coming in. You get a 350 watt portable panel, you're going to see 350 watts coming in. It's incredible that it works like that, but they do. I think part of it is the temperature of the panels. They're not as efficient when they get so hot. When you're driving, if you have a way to monitor your panels while you're driving, hands down, you get more solar input while you're driving. Your panels are staying a little bit, there's that airflow going underneath them. They stay cooler, they work a little bit better. So I'm a fan of Rich Solar panels. And Sean has Renergy solar panels on his. He loves them. Let's see here. Who else did you say? Bouge RV. I've got one of those flexible solar panels. Works fine. I was getting 91, 93 watts out of a 100-watt solar panel. It's flexible. Slides right underneath my mattress. It's perfect. Grain elevators and recycling pans have scales. Yep. Most will let you weigh. Cheaper than the cat scales. I need to check that out because I live in a farm community, because the cat scales are $13 to weigh. The thing that I do like about that is it stays in an app. So I can always, like if someone says, like say a year and a half from now, one of my clients were to wreck their van and the insurance company tried to say, well, it was too heavy, and they couldn't brake in time or whatever, I always can reference back that they were underweight when they left the shop. Like enough underweight that they would have been fine. You just never know what people are going to put in their vans, though. People collect rocks out there in the desert. You're a nut behind the wheel. She definitely is. She definitely is. Who taught you all your crazy van building skills? I'll tell you, it is a learn as you go. There is some things that I can look at and figure out. A lot of other stuff is, the more you do, the better you get. And I'm still learning. There's people here that teach me stuff all the time. So there you go. It is not easy. That's right. That's because they are facing the sun directly and you don't have the heat behind them. Absolutely. The angle that the sun hits the panel. Absolutely. Yeah. I wish mine would tilt up, especially out in Arizona. I feel like it's like you're so much better chasing the sun with the flexible ones. 7,500 tire rotation. Yep. Came out better than Kevin's cabinets. Oh no. Portable panels mean you can charge while loafing in the shade. Absolutely. That is the 100%. If you can park in the shade and keep your van cooler and let your solar panels sit in the sun, that's the win. Yep. Bouge Yuma RV flexible 6 solar panels are awesome for installation. Yep. Currently barking. Uh-oh, you guys going to get another ad. Winter sun is harder to get good sun. Absolutely. It's funny. People don't understand that because they'll call me and they'll say, I've got 600 watts panels or 400 watts of panels. I'm getting 225. And it's like, the UV is so much different now. It's like, you're going to learn the longer you have your van, you're going to learn. Yep. If they can't be mounted, I don't need them. Yep. I was taught a long time ago that you never stop learning and no one knows everything. Amen. Amen. On my way home last week, there you go. She's got flexible panels. Yep. Woodworking, learn as you go. Wait until you see the video of my rough stock red oak wood end table with a 2-foot leaf. Nice. Yeah, it's always a good feeling when you've got like a 200-watt panel. The first time I set up my Blue Eddy solar panels, the 350-watt, and it was registering like 370. I was like, something's not right, but they are. It's like they're just so efficient, and you're angling them right at the sun. Yep. So much to learn. So somebody said something. Can't even remember what I was watching. And they said, think about all the things that you have learned in your life. And the older we get, we're just adding. We're continuously adding to that knowledge. So, like I've said it before, well, like my van, I just remodeled my van because I've learned so much more now. So, as long as you're like just constantly progressing, like it's incredible. If you ever sit and talk with some of these older folks, it's so incredible how much they know, and because they've been where you've been and they're constantly adding to that knowledge. So I love it. Do your members think? I just did it. I did it already. I'm ancient. It would take too long. I forgot halfway through. Do you need me to play that again, Gracie? Oh, weird question. Is calling an American a Yankee offensive? or is it harmless nickname like Aussie? You don't call him a Yankee. Yeah, I don't think you call him a Yankee. That's not, it depends where you live. It can be offensive. That is me. That is my take on it. I wouldn't do it. Kat, I'm right behind you. Humble and very wise Kat. You don't fool me. She is smart. I don't know why I thought Gracie was asking that question. Is it a harmless nickname like Aussie? Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't. I don't think so. I would, we'd probably get away with idiots right now, but Yankee and proud of it. There you go. I guess I'm a Yankee. Because you were in the north, I think it is harmless if and only if north of the Mason-Dixie line. There you go. I consider myself a Yankee. I wouldn't have a problem with it. That's good. You're from Indiana or from San Diego. Thank you for sharing your knowledge. I'm right. Yep. Oh, Yankee is fine. If South, you might get walloped. There you go. Learning new things literally keeps your brain new and fresh neurons. Absolutely. What about the baseball team, the Yankees? There you go. They can get away with it. Redneck and proud of it. Yanks is a generic term Europeans use for those of us across the pond. Yeah. I don't know how I would be. Yeah, redneck. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I would. Did you see the links to your covered builds? Did I see them? Did someone post them? If someone posted them, I missed them. Yep. If someone posted them, I missed them. Sorry. 2 ads, Alaska and Google. That's what I thought. I put them in the chat. You can't post links. I think that's what happened. I don't think only moderators can post links unless they changed it. So, that would have been okay. All right. All right, guys. Ad for golf. Yeah, we went over 9. I am a Yankee and was considered a redneck in New York State due to not being from New York. Just got a Saks bag. Nice. You might be paying for I've got the Prime or the YouTube Premium or whatever. It's like $11.99 or $13.99 a month, so I don't get ads. Get some rest. See ya. It's above Laura's, and they are just text. Oh, cool. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out. Fun answering the questions tonight. Good live stream. If you guys have a question and I didn't see it or didn't answer it, you don't hesitate to send me an email at midwestvanbuilders@gmail.com. I will put that right across the bottom as we head out. I appreciate you guys spending your evening with us, and we'll see you guys Sunday on the premiere. We'll see you guys next Tuesday live. Your ability to share information. Thanks. Awesome. Thanks, guys. Guys, be safe out there. Safe travels. It is the perfect weather in Missouri if you're passing through. Perfect. So have a great week, guys.